Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to another episode of the Debut Diaries. The first Emily Henry book that I am ever reading. My name is Sophia and I am currently in the process of writing the first draft of my book, which we're currently calling Project Heat. It is a new adult contemporary romance with frenemies to lovers, a second chance romance, and all of your favorite tropes. I set a goal for myself at the beginning of this year to finish the full first draft by April 1st. Now, we're already a little bit into March, as you know, and unfortunately for the last 3 weeks, I have been pretty sick. I was sick for a week, and then I was traveling for a week, and then I got sick on the plane, traveling home, and have been sick for another week. So I have basically been out of office / out of commission for the last 3 weeks, which has taken a huge toll on my writing goal. So today I'm going to take you along on a few days of my life, just trying to pick myself back up and re-immerse myself back into the world of my novel. Good morning, guys. I am currently trying to get ready and make myself feel a little better because I am recovering from being sick again. I'm like trying to come back to life a little bit today, and so I wanted to try to get ready a little bit, put a little makeup on, fix my hair. I'm still at like 25,000 words, I think, so I have a lot of catching up to do. As you guys know, I am trying to finish the full first draft by April 1st, which is getting scarier and scarier as the days pass. I feel like the last 3 weeks have caused like a huge backup for me, basically. I thought I would get so much more done. And it's just so hard to write when I like essentially have sick brain, because I would like sit down and be ready to do some writing and like I would be staring at the screen and like the story is not there. Oh my god, look, I'm literally falling apart. But I would sit down and like try to write it and like it was just not happening, which is like fine. And I'm not gonna beat myself up about it because I'm literally sick. Like there's only so much I can do. But all of that being said, I am going to try to just do like a little reset today and get back on track a little bit. I do feel much better. I'm just mostly like congested, as I'm sure you can hear. So I'm hoping that once I can like clean up my space physically, my mind will feel even more cleared and I will be able to just sit down and write. I will say that over the last 3 weeks, especially when I was like on the plane and stuff, I did do a lot of like really in-depth outlining. I guess for some reason, like I could do a lot of plotting, but I just couldn't write for some reason. I think it's just like, that's just like how my brain was working while I was sick. I feel super equipped to just like sit down and get a bunch of words out. I did write the other day, and because I had such a good outline, I literally whipped out like 2,000 words in less than an hour, which was crazy. So like my fingers are crossed that that same momentum is going to come back to me as I start to feel a little bit better today and over the next few days. But yeah, I'm finally feeling better again, so I'm excited to take you guys along with me on this productive reset day. So I just had a quick lunch. I am pretty much in the midst of doing all my cleaning. As you can see, my mess has already reaccumulated a little bit in the kitchen, but that's totally fine. Part of life. I am about to sit down and do a little writing sprint for about 30 minutes. I have some laundry going, so I'm gonna have to move it eventually. And if I can kind of like count down to that, I feel like it's gonna get me a little bit more locked in as I sit down to write. I also have been loving putting on writing streams in the background. That has been so fun. I don't have my other monitor here, so I'm not gonna do that right now, but I think I'm gonna do that after this when I go sit in my office for a bit to write. I've been really enjoying that. I actually ended up deleting some stuff while I was on my trip. Classic Sophia, if you know me, you know me. Because I developed such an intense outline and it didn't really change much, but there were like a couple aspects that I wanted to change. I deleted a scene. So I am actually at 24,000 words, which is not terrible, guys. It's not terrible. I really don't have like a formal word count goal for this novel. I wouldn't be upset if it was like 60 to 65, and I wouldn't be upset if it was like 90 to 100,000 words. I have no idea where it's gonna take me. I also would say like the first 5 chapters are relatively short because I was just kind of starting to get into the project. So I know that I'm gonna be expanding those and probably doubling them in size. I have no idea. I don't know. Like I know where it's going, but I just don't really have like a specific word count goal. I just know what the story is, how I want to tell it, how I want it to end. I have like a really robust outline now, so I'm just gonna follow that and see where it takes me. I don't know how long it's gonna end up in draft 1 and draft 2, 3, and however many more are to follow. I guess we'll see. But yeah, I've been missing my book. It's been like probably like a week and a half since I've actually had like a full nice writing session. I just like haven't been feeling it because I've been so sick. So I've been just like jotting down like all these random ideas. I feel like now that I'm in such the thick of the book, like these random things will come to me, or like if I'm watching a show, like something will like spark my inspiration and I'll just like write down like a random note about something. So I also spent a couple of days like sorting through all those notes because that took literally forever because they were so unorganized. Yeah, I'm just excited to actually sit down and get back into my story and get back into writing it. So that is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna set a little timer for 30 minutes and just see what I can get done. I am back in my office. I think this is literally the first time in like the entire 3 weeks that I've actually been in my office and like sitting down to do anything, work or writing. I wrote about 600 words in 30 minutes, which is like definitely not a lot, but it was a lot of dialogue, so I didn't really have any of it planned out and I really wanted to think through it. So I'm still happy with the session and I'm about to sit down and do Anyway, what I was saying is that I'm about to sit down and do an hour-long sprint, and then I'll probably just kind of like do some casual writing for however long later tonight as well. But I have a little package here. This is the first Emily Henry book that I am ever reading. And now you might think that's crazy because I am writing romance books and Miss Emily Henry is so popular in the romance genre. Now, before you come after me, let me just say, I have Beach Read over on my bookshelf over there. I tried to read that, I think, towards like the end of 2023 maybe, or like early last year, I don't know. I tried to read it and I just couldn't get into it. I don't know what it was. I don't know if it's because the guy's name was Gus and I just like couldn't get on the train with that. Like I have no idea what it was, but I just couldn't get into it. And so typical me, I kind of was just like, okay, I guess her books aren't for me. And I never picked one back up. But when I was on the plane the other day coming home from Texas on my trip, I started listening to Book Lovers on Spotify because my hours renewed for Spotify audiobooks. Don't even get me started on that. And I actually am really enjoying it. So I don't know what it was specifically that I just like couldn't get into it before or what, but I am really enjoying this book so far. So I wanted to get a physical copy because I would rather pay for the physical copy than the Kindle copy. And I figured it would be nice to have a little book to put on my shelf. I was gonna go to Barnes to buy this, but I am sick, therefore I cannot. So I decided to make myself feel better. I will have a physical book so I can have a new book smell and read my physical book this evening. Anyway, all of that aside, I'm about to do a longer writing sprint. I moved around all my laundry and all of my cleaning is still going. I'm done with my work for the day, so I'm just gonna enjoy continuing to write and see how much progress I can make. I do feel a lot better today, thank goodness. I may not look better thanks to the bags under my eyes, but I do feel a lot better. I'm sure you can still hear my voice. I'm congested. I did really want to go sit down somewhere and write today, but I just like, I don't know, I just feel so guilty. I don't want to get people sick, so we're not gonna do that. I just went to go get myself some Starbucks, and I'm just gonna kind of hang out and relax and write pretty much all day today. Yesterday, I ended up reaching like 27,000 words, I believe, and I kind of paused right at the start of writing this scene that I have been dying to write since I first came up with the entire idea behind this book anyway. It's such a random one too, like it's just kind of like a scene like shortly before the midpoint where the two main characters are like really starting to reconnect. So I'm really excited to write that. I will share a little bit about it because it's not really giving much away, but it's pretty much a scene where the girl is from the city, the guy's a small town guy, and he cooks dinner for her because she's just been constantly eating out since she's been in town. And so he wants to make her a home-cooked meal. And super simple concept, really cute though, and I've just been really excited to write this scene for some reason. I think it's just like one of the first bigger scenes between them that is just a little bit more intimate, a lot of like little touches and moments, and so I'm just really excited to write this. So I just got done with this morning's writing session. I left off at 29,200 words. So I think I wrote like 2,200 words, which is great. I've been going for like maybe, I don't know, like a little over an hour. So that is really, really great. I now need to edit this video and upload it and share it with you all. And then I'm probably gonna do some more writing later today. And I am super excited to feel better because next week I am going to be filming a really, really fun video, which is what I was hoping to be uploading today. But as you all can see, that was just not going to become a reality given how sick I've been. But this was really fun because I feel like I got to just like pick my book back up and kind of re-immerse myself in it after a little bit of time away from being sick. And that was really fun. So thank you for joining me for the ride. If you want to keep an eye out for when I do hit 30,000 words this weekend, definitely be sure to follow me on TikTok and Instagram, where I'm posting more updates constantly on my short form socials. And if you are not already, it would mean the world to me if you could subscribe to my channel because the majority of you are not, and it would be great if you could help a small creator out and go ahead and tap the subscribe button. Other than that, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next week.